So this question says determine the volume of the cone here in the diagram here to the nearest cubic millimeter. Okay? So they give you the height of 13, they give you a diameter of 8. And they're both millimeters. So find the volume. Your formula should be the area of the base times the height, and again we're talking about pyramids and cones, divided by what? 3. So pi r squared times h over 3 or times 1/3. So times 1/3 or divided by 3, same thing. Okay, so go ahead and work that out. All right, so with this question here, hopefully you noticed that in this formula we need an r and you're given a diameter. And so the first thing you want to do is find the radius, which is the diameter divided by 2. Okay? So you can't use 8 as the radius. You have to use 4. So you plug all the values in now and you get volume equals pi times 4 squared times 13 over 3. And you should get this right here. Remember, to the nearest cubic millimeter. So take a look at what you need to round it to. So this volume would be 218, the nearest millimeter cube. So I guess that's what you have to have for your final answer, right? Nearest cubic millimeter. So 218. Okay. It doesn't say tenth in this one, it says cubic millimeter. Any questions on that? So here's a second type question we give you. It says a cone with a height of 8 meters and a volume of 300 cubic meters. Determine the radius. So we want to find r. So this one's a little bit different. You're going to have to solve for r. Find the radius of the base of the cone. So we have a cone. Looks something like this. Oops. It's a little bit bad. Anyway, so cone something like this. And we have a height of 8. So here's 8, and a volume of 300. So find r. That's your job. Find r. So what formula involves the height and r and all that sort of stuff? Find a formula that ties it all together. Plug in all of your known values and see if you can solve for what's missing. Okay? Go ahead and take a half a minute here and see if you can solve that. All right, so you want to find a formula that ties everything together, right? Volume equals 1/3 pi r squared h. So you plug in the volume because you're given the volume. You plug in the height, you're given the height. You're solving for r. So divide both sides by this right here, right? That product. And you should get 35.8 when you do this. Now take the square root, both sides. Round it to the nearest meter, you should get 6.0 meters.